started in a seat. So go ahead and just grab a block if you have one. That might be useful. And we'll actually use that block in different ways. So have that block. You can sit up on top of it if that's something you want to do, if that's comfy for you. And you can either sit cross-legged or you can sit on your knees, but take a deep breath in, just shrug your shoulders up towards your ears. And then a breath out to let them soften down and back. And do that 2 more times. So just match movement with breath. Inhale to lift your shoulders up. Exhale to draw them back and down. Feel your chest expand. One more like that on your own, drawing up. Maybe creating a little bit more tension. And using your exhale to let that tension soften and release. And close your eyes just for a moment. Take this opportunity to just shift from a place of reaction to a place of just observation. So even just in this moment, know that there's nothing to fix, nothing to change. Just allow yourself to be right in this moment. And if it is hard, you feel like your mind wants to wander to a moment that already happened or a moment that hasn't even happened yet, just use your breath as your anchor. So coming back to the inhale, that long, slow breath in. Long breath out. So letting that be your physical anchor of what's happening right here, right now, in the present. If even just for a few moments you tap in to that feeling of presence. And see if you can soften something. So maybe it's your jaw. Maybe it's the sides of your neck. Maybe it's even your shoulders a little bit more. And take one more full breath in all the way to the top. You might even open up your mouth, let out a sigh. Bring in a little more ease. One more like that. Full breath in. Longer breath out. And whenever you're ready, just slowly start to interlace your fingers right in front of your chest. And then flip your palms forward. So I want you to press your palms away from your chest. And then drop your chin towards your chest. And as you press your hands forward, start to round your upper back and almost lean back away from your hands. And then bring that structure as you sit up really tall, bring it up and over your head. Keep it and lean over to the right. Inhale back up to center. Doesn't even have to be really big. Just create space. Lean over to the left. And you'll come back up through center. And then trace that circle around you, release your hands. And then you'll just bring them behind you, clasp them. Your thumbs will come to your sacrum. I want you to drive your elbows back and let your shoulders follow. Maybe lift your chin. Feel the front of your body open up a little more. Take one more breath in. If you want to straighten the arms and that feels good, go for it. And then use the exhale to just gently release. Sweep your arms back up to the sky. And then reach your hands straight forward. So just think about your palms facing one another. We're going to do this first without a block. I want you to send your fingers forward, sort of like we just talked about. So sending your fingers away from your heart, away from your shoulders. Let your shoulders follow, actually. And then use the exhale to think about that space right below your armpits, engaging as you pull the shoulder heads back. And then, of course, as in turn, your hands will follow and come further back. So it's just like taking the arms forward, tracing it, and then sending them back. Feel the shoulders working. Do that one more time. Send them forward, and then draw them back. Now, keep that. Now, imagine you had a block in between your hands. Reach the hands back up. Feel the shoulders working a little more. Take one more breath in. Maybe even look up to your fingertips. And then exhale, release. Let it feel good. Arms down along your sides. Just take a moment to shrug the shoulders up, back, and down. And then find tabletop pose. Moving that block, but keeping it close by off to the side. Actually, I'd like you to bring it in between your thighs. So go ahead and we can turn the legs on a little bit more. Find more integrity in the low body. So hug that block in between your thighs. So you can feel the legs turn on and then also start to either tuck the toes or press the tops of the feet down. Either works, but I just want the legs to be active. Take a breath in to do the same thing. I want you to press into your hands and think about the back of your heart drawing up but not rounding like cat. So a little bit different. It's really slight. And then start to just sink your chest down. It's almost like you're disengaging. You can squeeze the shoulder blades together if you want. And then do the same. Press down through your hands. Can you lift the back of your heart up? And think about that space right below your shoulders, right below your armpits, turning on. Do that one more time. Sink the chest down, and then press the ground away. Can you engage that space on either side? It's lateral, right below your armpits. Now keep that. Rock the chest forward a little. Rock it back. Keep squeezing that block, rock it forward, rock back, and then rock back so much that you just sit on your heels and then flick the hands. So it's a lot on the wrists, a lot of extension. So just flick the fingers, let all of that go. And I want you to rise up, keep that block, sweep the arms out and up, take a deep breath in. Like you did before, interlace the fingers, flip the palms up. You might even look up. And then exhale, send them forward, chin towards your chest. Maybe start to round like you did before. Let it feel good after all of that work. And then you'll come back up, reach back up. Lean over to the right. And then back up through center. Lean over to the left. Back up through center. Release your hands, trace that circle around you. Interlace your fingers behind you. Thumbs meet your sacrum. Elbows back, shoulders back, chin lifts. So take one more breath in. If you want to straighten the arm, go for it. And then exhale to engage the belly. Then release the hands. Sweep them out and up. Keep the block. Place the hands down. Now I want you to find those muscles right underneath the shoulders. Right under the armpits. Keep them engaged. So don't let the belly sink. Don't round too much. Find neutral. Tuck your toes. Float your knees 3 inches or a few inches off the ground, and then pause here for 3. Start to breathe in and out through your nose, building heat. 2. Last 1. And then send your hips back and up, downward facing dog. So your knees can stay bent. You're going to keep that block hugging in. Now, even in down dog, can you still find those same muscles right below your shoulders, right below your armpits? Engaging. It might mean that you soften the elbows, send them back in space, then press the ground away. And then you get to shake out your head, yes and no. Let something go there. Take a full breath in. And a big breath out. I want you to rise up to your toes. Now, it might feel like a challenge. You're going to keep that block in. I want you to 1 foot at a time. Start to tiptoe. Tiptoe. You might have to come up to the pads of your fingers, but I want you to think about the belly lifting with every step forward. Keep that block, bend your knees, hug the inner thighs together. Find your fold, maybe drop your head. Once you're at the top of your mat, halfway lift, big inhale, hands to your shins, heart goes forward. And then bring your hands to your hips. Keep that long spine as you press down through your feet and stand all the way up. Sweep the arms out and up. Take a deep breath in. Keep hugging that block in. The legs still stay active. And then you'll interlace the fingers above you to flip the palms up. Take a big inhale, maybe even look up to your fingertips. And then exhale, just like you did before. Hands go forward, but soften through the knees. And then round the upper back. Lean away from your hands. Now rise back up. Take a big inhale. Lean over to the right. Back up through center. Tip to the left. Back up through center, release the hands. I want you to swing them back behind you. You'll interlace the fingers. Again, one more time here to lift through the chest. Maybe the chin lifts. You might even start to bend the knees here and straighten the arms. Take one more inhale to expand. Now think about your chest diving forward as you fold. Maybe you choose to keep that bind and it feels good. And when you're ready, release it. You can remove that block, place it off to the side, but still keeps the legs strong. Halfway lift, big breath in. You'll plant the hands in a big step back with the left foot into a lunge. Drop the left knee down, sweep the arms high. Big inhale to rise. Right hand to your left wrist, lean over to the right. Take one more breath in to rise up. Now use your exhale to tip the chest forward and just sweep the arms back like wings. Do that one more time. Inhale, rise up. Think about the shoulders staying active, even as you sweep the arms back. And then maybe find that space in between the shoulder blades. It's strong. And then you'll rise back up. Now a little bit different. I want you to bring your hands for a moment inside the right foot, just for support. You're gonna turn your left toes over to the right. Totally crazy. So it's like parallel to the front, back of your mat. Now your right foot lands under your right knee. I want you to bring your right forearm to your right side. Reach your left hand up, take a big inhale. And then reach it towards the front of your mat. And then feel the left side of your body get a little bit longer. And then I want you to bend through the left elbow to find a half goalpost here. Take a breath in to lift your chest, maybe even look to the left elbow. So nice, and then reach your left hand back forward. You're gonna come up, arms like a T here. And then you'll start to turn your right toes forward just for this transition, or not forward, but towards the long edge of your mat. Your left hand comes down to the ground, pick your right foot up. Totally crazy. Take one breath in to pull it apart. And then you know it, you tap your left or your right elbow and your right knee together. There it is. Do it again. Pull it apart. And then elbow and knee tap. Now pull it apart. Stamp that right foot down and rise back up. So now that right leg is long, you'll drop the right hand down towards it. Reach the left hand up. Again, find that length in the left side. Arms come out like a T. Look to the back of your mat. You're gonna spin both hands there. Stay with me. And then square your shoulders, square your hips. Your right leg stays long and tuck your right toes under. I want you to press into your hands and pick your left knee up towards your chest. And now you get to round like cat. Maybe even drop your head to your right toes. Stay for 3. Strong, steady breath, 2. Last 1. Send your left leg behind you, 3-legged dog. You can even bend the right knee if you want. Roll the left ankle, wiggle the left toe. Maybe even bend that left knee and peel that hip open. Downward facing dog. Set left foot next to the right. Take a full breath in here. Maybe open your mouth. Clear it out. Then you'll rise up to your toes as you inhale. I want you to drop to your knees, tabletop pose. Come right into cow as you lift the heart. Big inhale. Exhale, press the ground away and you round into cat. And start to sit back on your heels here. Fingertips graze the ground back towards your toes. And then start to squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lift the chin, lift the chest, maybe lift the feet. And then you'll sit back down, reach back up, take a big inhale, come onto your knees, your feet will lift. Now this time, bend both elbows wide, like goalposts. And then without really finding a back bend here, I want you to just drive the elbows, the forearms, just slightly back in space. And then use your exhale to bring the forearms together in front of your face. Do that one more time. Inhale, open the chest. And then exhale, draw it together. Keep the hands together, reach them high, maybe even take the gaze up. And then bring your hands back down to the ground, tabletop pose first. Engage that space right below the armpits as you tuck the toes. Float the knees 3 inches. Stay for 3. Steady the breath in and out through your nose, 2. Last 1. Take your hips back and up. Downward facing dog. Right here, take a full breath in. Spread the fingers even wider as you breathe out. Now, like you did before, at the top of your mat, you're just facing the back. You're gonna rise up to your toes. And then this time, bend your knees, look to your hands. Both feet will come towards your hands. You'll step to the back of your mat in a forward fold. Once you're there, halfway lift, big breath in. And exhale to bow the chest down. Press through the feet, stand all the way up, rise even taller. And this time, just sit in a chair pose. Stay here, take a breath in. Sink a little bit lower. Stay, one more, full inhale. Bigger exhale, even lower. Then you'll stand back up, maybe even hook the thumbs this time, elbows wide, look up. And then exhale to fold forward, bow the chest. Take your halfway lift, bigger inhale to lengthen. Plant the hands, step the right foot back into a lunge. You'll drop the right knee down, sweep the arms high. Take that breath in to rise up. Left hand to your right wrist, lean to the left. Back up through center. When you're ready, split the hands. And then bring them down inside the left foot, just for support. You get to turn your right toes over to the left. And then you get to bring your left forearm to your left thigh. Reach the right arm up. So you're facing the long edge of your mat. And then reach the right hand towards the back of your mat. So just finding the same thing to complete that like half circle around your mat or half mandala. Bend your right elbow 90 degrees and then spin your chest up towards it. Open through the chest, the throat. Take one more inhale right here. And then reach your right hand back forward. Slowly come up, arms out like a T. And then turn your left toes to parallel your right knee, right? And your right hand will come down, pick the left foot up into that modified side plank. Reach left hand forward, take a breath in. Elbow and knee, they tap together. One more like that, pull it apart. And then elbow and knee, they tap. Pull it apart. Stamp the left foot down, you'll rise up, arms out like that T. This time, left hand travels down, right arm will rise. And then arms come back, out wide. Bring your hands down now to the front of your mat. So your right knee will stay, but you'll square the shoulders, left leg long. Tuck the left toes under enough so you can really press down through the hands, and then pick the right knee up to your chest, round, stay for 3. Last 2. Steady the breath, last 1. Send your right leg up and back with strength, 3-legged dog. Roll the ankle, wiggle the toes. Maybe even bend that right knee and peel the knee out and up to the sky. Downward facing dog. Stay. Full inhale through your nose. Maybe open up your mouth, clear out some heat. And then rise to your toes. Drop your knees down to the ground, back to tabletop pose. Right into cow, you'll lift the heart. Take a big inhale. Exhale, press the ground away and round into cat. And then one last time to just sit on your heels, fingertips graze the ground as you lift the chest, lift the chin, maybe you lift the feet. And then you'll sit back down. Right away, and then you'll rise up to your knees, feet lift, hands lift, and then take the elbows wide. Take a breath in to open the chest, and then exhale, pull the forearms, the elbows, the hands together in front of your face. One more like that. Inhale, open up, and then exhale, draw it in. Keep the hands together, reach them up and overhead, and bring the hands down to the ground. Tuck the toes under, float the knees. Stay here and breathe just for 3. Last 2. Last 1. Downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet, shake the hips, the head, whatever you need. And then when you're ready here, right leg will rise. Take a big breath in, just your second wave. Use the exhale to step right foot to your right thumb. Keep that back knee lifted, sweep the arms high. Take your big breath in to rise. And then exhale, tip the chest forward, sweep the arms back like wings. Do that one more time. Inhale, rise back up. And then exhale, tip forward and you sweep. Reach the hands high, take an inhale. Open up, warrior 2. Now, it's your right forearm to your right thigh. Reach left hand forward. So just a higher pathway. Take one more breath in to bend the elbow, open the chest. And then reach back forward, come up, warrior 2. Straighten the legs, reach the arms high, parallel the feet. And this time, just warrior 2 to the back of your mat. Now we're going to reverse your warrior. Straighten your left leg. Triangle pose. Left hand comes down to your shin, nice and light, as you reach your right hand up. Spin your chest up towards the sky. Stay as you press through both feet. Take one more breath in, reach up even higher, and then slowly back to warrior 2. Now, straighten the legs, reach the arms up, parallel the feet, and hands to your heart this time. Wide leg forward, fold, bow the chest. If you want to bend one knee at a time, you can, of course. And then take that halfway lift. Big inhale to lengthen. See your right foot, frame it. Low lunge. Step back to plank. And then think about those muscles right below your shoulders. I want you to find them here for 3. Just like you did when you were hovering your knees. Same idea. 2. Last 1. Drop the knees. Send the hips back towards your heels. Child's pose. You're not here long, but just a moment of pause. A breath in. Big breath out. And then whenever you're ready, tuck the toes, lift the hips, back to downward facing dog. You'll lift the left leg up, take an inhale. Step left foot to your left thumb. Rise up, high lunge, reach up. And then right away, tip the chest forward, sweep the arms back like wings. One more like that, rise up, breathe in. And exhale, tip forward and sweep. Come back up even higher. Warrior 2, open up. Left forearm to your thigh, right arm reaches forward first. And then bend the right elbow, spin the chest higher. Reach the right hand back up, forward, back to warrior 2. Straighten the legs, parallel the feet. Warrior 2 to the back of your mat. Reverse it, right hand will rise. Straighten the right leg. Find triangle pose. Right hand comes down. Left shoulder stacks on top of right. Take one more breath in. Maybe even look up to your top hand. And then it's back to warrior 2. Straighten the legs, parallel the feet again. And then your choice, either hands to your heart or arms down along your sides, interlace your fingers. Maybe straighten the arms as you lift the chest. Hinge at the waist. Your forward fold. And if that bind is serving you, of course, you keep it. If not, you let it go. Press through your feet evenly. Take one more inhale. Release the bind if you do still have it, and then find your halfway lift, chest parallel to the ground. See your left foot, frame it low, runner's lunge, and step back to plank. Pause here. 3 rounds of breath. You stay. Be in it, but can you engage that space, that lateral line for 2? Last 1. Drop the knees, take them a little wider, big toes together, feet back. Child's pose, Balasana. If your forehead meets the ground, enjoy it and then rock your head side to side. And if it doesn't, maybe you'll find a little bit of relief by taking your arms down along your sides and your palms flipping up. Traditional child's pose. Take a full breath in. Breath out. And then just slowly, when you're ready, rock your hands forward, tabletop pose. Toes tucked or untucked, your choice. Take about 3 rounds of breath to find what you need here. So maybe it's cat-cow. Maybe it's lateral movement side to side. Maybe it's moving in a circle one direction and then the other. And then once you feel like you've gotten all of those spaces that still feel stagnant, stuck, you can come to a seat. Swing your legs out in front of you. Give them a little bit of a shake. So shoulders in side body length. That is the goal for today. So in that vein, you'll keep your right leg long and bend your left knee, take it wide. Sole of your foot to your inner right thigh. Reach your hands high, take a big breath in. Turn your torso, your navel towards your right toes. And then a little bit of a twist happens here as you fold forward. If you want even more of a twist, left hand to your outer shin, ankle. maybe foot. And then you feel that deep muscle in your low back. Lengthen a little more. Take a breath in. Find that length through the crown of your head. And then exhale, stay or fold. Deepen. Full breath in. Long breath out. And then you'll rise up. Start to take your left hand behind your seat. Right leg stays long. Bring weight to your left knee as you pick your seat up and reach right hand away from your right foot. Maybe start to bend the elbow wide and open the chest. And then you'll sit back down. Switch legs, left leg long. Right foot in. Reach hands high first. Turn your navel towards your left toes. And then you get to fold. Right hand can come outside that left leg, wherever it wants to land. Take your breath in to lengthen. Breath out to deepen. And of course, you'll start to lift your chest when you're ready. Right hand comes behind you this time. Pick your seat up and reach left hand away from your left foot as you place it on the ground. Maybe bend the elbow and open the chest. And then sit back down. Take both legs long. Make sure you have enough space behind you to lie down. And then you'll just take that block with you. Make sure you have it nearby. You'll slowly, slowly, slowly find the ground. Once you're there, bend your knees. Plant your feet. Grab your block. And just start to lift your seat up. Slide that block on any height that feels supportive. Right underneath your sacrum. So thinking about it as like a triangle. You don't want it too far towards the tip or too far towards the base, your low back. Can you just find the middle? Let that be your support. And then take your arms down along your sides. Let your palms maybe even flip up to feel the collarbones expand. You might even start to shimmy the shoulder blades a little closer together underneath you. Soften through the face. You might even close your eyes. Come back to that just natural rhythm of your breath. So breathing in so slow. Breathing all the way out. 2 more like that. Breathe in, expand through the front. And out. Last one. And staying here if this feels so comfortable and exactly what you need. Or if you're ready for the ground, you'll press down through your feet. Start to engage the legs to lift the seat. And then just slide that block out from underneath you and let your spine reset on the ground. Maybe bring one hand to your belly, the other hand to your chest. With your eyes closed, take that big breath in again. Fill all the way up through your nose. And then open up your mouth. Let out that long sigh. Heel toe your feet just a little wider. And then draw your knees up towards your armpits. And then a little rock side to side. And if you want, you can stay or grab for your feet, happy baby pose. And then bring your knees together. Take your arms out like goalposts. Drop your feet down to the ground so we make it nice and easy. Drop your knees over to the right, just an easy twist. Knees come back through center. Let them fall to the left. And back through center. Pause. And then let your legs go long. Arms down along your sides. Palms can flip up. And think about where your shoulders land in space. Can you create a little bit more broadness across them, across the collarbones, across the chest? And soften the toes. Soften the fingers. Soften the face. And let every muscle release. And can you come back to that state of observation where there's nothing to fix, nothing to change, nothing to do? And if your mind wanders, thoughts creep in. See if you can let your breath be just a little bit louder than your thoughts. And a reminder to come right back to this moment right here. And with that gift of presence, take a full breath in this moment, and breathe all the way out. Find a little bit more movement in your fingers, all the way down in your toes. Maybe even a gentle rock of the head, side to side. And find a long body stretch, nice and easy. Arms overhead, toes point forward. And you'll just start to bend your knees and roll to the side of your choice, but keep your eyes heavy. And start to press yourself all the way up to a seat. Bringing your hands together once you're there, right in front of your heart. Honor yourself for creating the space in your day, to create space in your body, space in your breath, and space in your mind. Maybe right here you choose an intention of what you'd like to fill that space back up with. And start to take your thumb tips up to the center of your forehead. Reminder, as always, to be kind to yourself and share that kindness with others. Namaste.